down, I'm coming around. Don't know how, get ready for me now. Ready for me now. I've been down, I'm coming around. Don't know how, get ready for me now. Well, I've been down, I'm coming around. Don't know how, get ready for me now. That's right, we coming around, we coming around. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Well, we woke up just a little too late. The catalyst needed to accelerate. New ideas start to percolate. Get ready for us now. Are you ready for us now? Yeah, when the crowd starts to gather at every gate and agitate, and gonna instigate. The shadows take form as they aggregate. You get ready for us now. Yeah, get ready for us now. What you're seeing is a new threat. I said get ready for me, get set. All you're seeing is a silhouette. Get ready for an onset. Yeah, here comes a new threat. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, are you ready for us now? When the crowd starts gathering at every gate, we aren't gonna stand for any more hate. An instigate is gonna agitate. You get ready for it now. Get ready for it now. Right, get ready for us now. Ooh, yeah. Get ready for us now. 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 ready for us now.
What's up, everyone? I wanted to give a quick talk through and walk through about how I recorded this live looping jam of my song, Are You Ready? So first we'll go over a little bit of my gear and my software. So the brains behind everything is my MacBook Pro over here, and that's running Ableton Live. And so I like to do my live looping using Ableton's Ableton session view, where I can launch and trigger clips. I'm not using the Ableton looper or anything like that. I'm just directly looping into clips. And then the second most important piece of gear after the laptop is the Push 2. So the Push 2 is a great controller for launching and recording clips. I used to use the Launchpad X. One of the great things about the Push is it allows me to do fixed length looping with this fixed length button. So when I start the recording of a clip, I have the fixed length set to 2 bars, so it'll record 2 bars of my guitar or voice and then start looping it back without me having to push another button. So that saves me from needing to have some sort of foot controller to stop my loops. And then so the last piece of gear I have, at least for this song, is my M-Audio 25 key MIDI keyboard controller. So this allows me to play the synthesizer in the song, and then I also have all these knobs mapped to different effects. So I also have a Korg NanoKontrol, which has effects mapped to different channels. So I have effects on my vocals, so I can turn up the delay on my vocal or the reverb. I'll show you what that sounds like.
Right, so I can crank up this delay, I can crank up this reverb, and those
effects are just on my vocal channel, as opposed to the effects I have mapped to my master channel. So on this song, Are You Ready? I have this cool multi-effect called, what is this one? Sorry, let me go to the master channel. This is the Sweep Overdrive. And so I like to start this song off with this big, heavy, washed out sort of distorted sound with big stereo echoes. And I have both the on-off control and the wet-dry, the wet-dry signal for this effects rack on. So when I start the song, I start off by recording the little synthesizer part. I'll start that playing. Right, and then start playing with the big effects on, and then I'll bring in the vocals. Up and down. And at some point I'll bring in the drums. Don't know how. Right, and then after I have the synthesizer and the drums and a little bit of vocals in there, I like to just sort of on the guitar. And it has this, big washed out sound. And then as I get ready to transition to the verse, I can turn the wet dry knob on this effect down, so everything clears up, right? And then right as I get ready to move into the verse and start playing the main guitar riff, I'll turn that all the way down. So just what that sounds like a little bit in context. We'll turn that effect back on, have it playing. So of course that's the sound of the verse after I've gone back and added things in. But what I like to do live is I'll just start off that verse by starting off triggering just the drums for that section, and then start recording the first guitar riff. So I'll record one instance of that guitar, switch up the tone, maybe turn on my wah. The same riff, but now with a slightly different tone. And so what that sounds like, in the recording, that's what here is. So that just gives the guitar part a bigger feel, and then eventually I'll double that guitar part on the synthesizer. and then start singing, and I'll add that third guitar part that's just sort of this rhythm. But so, I'll record a little bit of guitars. I'll sort of ad-lib my vocals for that second verse. Then I'll move into, I guess, what's sort of like a bridge part where I'm playing the slide. So that's got another drum beat. Playing the slide riff. But when I trigger that scene, I've also got a synth part pre-recorded for that, so I don't have to play in that synth and it comes in full. And I forgot to mention, I have the synth set up so I can play 2 different sounds with it by using a chain selector. So if I turn this on, right, so I have the sort of intro noise, which is this big longer synth, and then I have, when I switch this knob, that controls the instrument racks, chain selector, and that gives me this more punchy bass sound. And then I just finished this song out with, again, this last riff that's a little bit heavier that comes in with just the drums, doing the slide guitar. I start with the center guitar. And then I'll actually have 3 instances of that riff playing all together. I'll put on my delay pedal that's a physical guitar pedal and also crank up the delay on the guitar. So I'm sorry if this was a little bit of a halting video. This is my first attempt trying to explain how I use Ableton to record one of these songs. So I hope you enjoyed and stick around for better versions of this type of video in the future. Thanks a lot.